Welcome back everyone to day 2 of round 2 of my World Cup of fragrances. If you guys didn't see yesterday, we did our first 2 matchups of round 2. We had Tobacco Vanille versus Parfums de Marly Herod in the Battle of the Tobaccos. And then we also had Sauvage, DIOR Sauvage ELIXIR versus Stronger With You Absolutely. Make sure you go to the community tab after this video, vote for your favorite. The voting will be open for a week. Again, day 2 now, we have 2 more matchups, one that includes one of the wild cards. And so without further ado, let's get it. Alright my dudes, welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with another fragrance video. I'm going to cut to the chase. Make sure you subscribe. It's real easy. Hit the button as well as hit the bell if you want my videos sooner. As well as follow me on Instagram and TikTok where I do shorts and all kinds of funny stuff. So with that said, we are now moving into day 2. And so let's preview the matchups. So unless you were confused by that, there was a bracket that I made and we had 16 teams as well as 2 wild cards. The wild cards got randomly selected and put into 2 different matchups. So then it's going to be a 1v1v1 with only 1 fragrance coming out. And so today the matchups are going to be the by YSL, it is YSL Y Le Parfum versus, and I know I don't have the full bottle. I have 80 milliliters of different decants of Parfums de Marly Layton. And then we also have the wild card got selected in this group by Dolce & Gabbana. It is the one Eau de Parfum. And then we also have the next matchup, which I'll talk about second, which is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, which is, I think, the number 2 spot. And then we had Invictus Victory, which I believe was in the 15 spot. Which would make sense. It was like 15 or 17. With that said, we are going to get straight into the first round matchup, letting you guys know which one that I would choose, as well as just a little bit of a background history if you guys don't know what the fragrances smell like, so you can do a better voting for yourself. So first up, I mean, it's really easy. Most of these are going to be your well-known fragrances, especially in the fragrance community. So the first one here is going to be Parfums de Marly Layton. Again, I don't have a bottle right now because I still have to get through 80 milliliters of decants that were sent to me by a bunch of people. So I kind of just use this one because it has the sticker on the front. With that said, Parfums de Marly Layton is one of my favorite, one of the all-time favorite niche fragrances out there. It's an introductory niche. It is more of a designer-inspired type fragrance. It has that apple that everybody knows about. I call it the aromatic apple. It has this sweetness. It has amber qualities in it. In the opening, you get those aromatics. You get some of that lavender. You get some woods going through it. It has a bit of a freshness at the same time. A lot more of like a deep, warm spiciness. All the way through the entire fragrance, it changes a lot. The one thing that you can mainly notice is a little bit of that sweetness in the opening mixed with that apple. The apple is more of your warm, not your sweet, juicy apple. It's more of your warm and sweet apple. It's really nice, again, mixed with those aromatics as you flow into the dry down and you get some of those ambers, you get those vanillas, you get some spices. Overall, it's a really nice fragrance. It's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit warm, it's a little bit deep. It's a fall and winter freaking banger. One of the best ones out there. That is Parfums de Marly Layton. That is your first choice. Second one here is by YSL. And my favorite from the line is either this or the Live. But since this is going to be your all year round date night fragrance, I went with it. Which this is YSL Y Le Parfum. So YSL Y Le Parfum. It is, even though the entire YSL Y line isn't really deep or dark, it is the deepest and darkest of the 4 or 5 that are in the line. It is kind of like, it takes that DNA, that apple, that ginger, and it makes it a little bit deeper, a little bit darker. And then when you get to the dry down, you get this tonka bean that comes in, or apple and ginger, I believe is what's in it. Then anyway, when you get into the dry down, you get that tonka bean coming in. It's a little bit sweet, has a little bit of a powderiness to it. Again, it provides this warmth that makes it more of a date night fragrance and not a super like versatile like the Eau de Parfum or anything like that. It also dials down that sweetness that you get in the Eau de Parfum while still being a sweet fragrance. It dials it down so where it's a little bit more manageable, because I know the Eau de Parfum gives some people headaches. This one in the Live, take that sweetness, it dials it down to a comfortable level for most people, and then it adds again that warmth and that tonka bean in it. Very nice, really nice apple, really nice ginger, and then again you get those aromatics in the mid that the YSL is known for. Tonka bean in the dry down, some woods, really nice. And then the third one here, again, our wild card. The wild card round was just a group of wild card fragrances that I forgot to add into the list, so I added them in last minute. And this was the winner of the wild card with 40%. It is Dolce & Gabbana the One Eau de Parfum, which obviously it needs to be on the list. Whatever one doesn't come out of this is going to be a shame, just pretty much like any one of these. Dolce & Gabbana the One Eau de Parfum. The performance lacks, just like most of the ones in the One line. The One Eau de Toilette is kind of like redundant now. Then you have the One Eau de Parfum Intense, which is a little bit better, but it takes out what you love the One for, which is that ambery resinous tobacco. And you get that sweetness, you get that tobacco, you get that resin, you get that amber. Really, really nice fragrance. I just wish it lasted longer. I do spray it, overspray this fragrance. I'll spray it 7, 8, 9 times, and it'll get me about 5 hours or 6 hours. But overall, really nice fall and winter fragrance. It's really calming and soothing. It's not like your tobaccos from your Tobacco Vanille or your Harad. It is more of like a resinous, warm, with a hint of tobacco. It's really nice. It's more ambery than anything. Love, love, love this fragrance. I don't care what anybody says. It's still one of my favorites. So your matchup 1 was those 3. Going into matchup 2, which is a little bit more simple, at least in my opinion. I don't know how it's going to come out for you guys, but at least in my opinion, this was the number 2 seed, only 1% behind SPICEBOMB Extreme. And this was Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, which it is a fall and winter fragrance, but it is a versatile, mass appealing, all year round fragrance. I just like to wear it the most in fall and winter, but you can wear it all year round, day, night, anytime, any situation. So good. Then you have its competition versus Invictus Victory, which I don't think that Invictus Victory is going to be holding up the trophy this time, because V is not for victory in this stance, because I don't see it beating out Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. These both have vanilla in it. This one is more of your aromatic, versatile fragrance mixed with that vanilla in the dry down. It takes the original Allure Homme Sport, takes out a lot of that citrus, and then just brings down into this really nice dry down that has this sandalwood and vanilla. Really nice. And then also, if you like this, you should try Edition Blanche. It's also really nice. Then you have this one, which is more of your fall and winter vanilla fragrance. It's sometimes I love it, sometimes I'm just like, eh. But yeah, it's a fresh spiciness, especially in the opening. And then as it dries, it has this aromatic feel to it as well. I believe there's clary sage and lavender in here. And then as you work your way into the mid, into the dry down, it becomes more of that spicy vanilla fragrance that you guys all know Invictus Victory for. Honestly, it's my favorite Invictus fragrance. I don't really love the Invictus line that much because I think there's better options to everything, like the Aqua. I like Rosacea Wasp better, stuff like that. But Invictus Victory does do what it does well. I do wear it. It's more of a random pull for me. But overall, it's just a fresh, spicy opening, aromatic, and then you get that vanilla dry down. And then you add this one in, and this is your second matchup. So again, your matchups that you guys are going to be voting for, remember to go vote for every day. When I post these videos, they will be active for a week on the community tab to vote for your favorites. So you can only vote for one of these 3. Dolce & Gabbana, the One Eau de Parfum, YSL Les Parfums, or Parfums de Marly Layton. That is matchup 1. Then you have matchup 2, which is Invictus Victory versus Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, which again, I don't think this one's going to be close. I think that one's going to be close. I'm not going to tell you which one I think. Well, I'll tell you, I think this is going to win, Layton. But I wouldn't be shocked if this one won. But who knows? Honestly, all three of them could win. They all were in the top 10 of the percentage-wise. But anyway, yeah, definitely go vote for them. I hope that you guys are enjoying these videos. Let me know, because the voting doesn't let me know what you think about these fragrances. So let me know in the comments below which ones that you prefer, why you prefer them, all that kind of stuff. I like to have conversations with you guys. And then remember, we have the day 3 coming up tomorrow. So without further ado, peace out.